my name is Lexi. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to give you an update, kind of like a maintenance check-in and how things are going and the fact that I just need to go back to basics and all of that in between. So my weigh-in update is on November 7th. I reported that I was a 181.0. And this last Friday, I had a Friday weigh-in because I did a 5-2 week, which means I only fasted for 2 days out of the week, Tuesday and Thursday. So I had a Friday weigh-in and I weighed in at 181.6, which is 0.6 pounds up. So on a 5-2 week, as I've talked about before, I would expect to be up a little bit from the previous week just because I fasted 1 day less. I did go back and average all of my weigh-ins for October and September just to kind of see how things were trending. And I have to say that it wasn't looking positive because October, my average weigh-in was 181. And then September, my average was 180. So trending up, which is not what we want to see. Of course, it's not a huge deal. So just to recap, and what happened was back in June, I hit my goal weight, which was 175. I went on a vacation and I went up. Then I got back down after like a month, got back down to my goal weight. And then after that, it's just been kind of a series of things that have just made it really difficult to get, and I changed to a goal range, which was the 170s, instead of trying to always, get back to that 175. I just thought, as long as I'm in the 170s, like I'm good with that. So obviously I'm out of that range right now, but I had a kidney stone back in August. I've been dealing with it. It took like a couple months to take care of that. I had some dental work done and just life stress situations, things like that. And I'm not making excuses. It's just kind of like, it's life and it's an explanation. It's what happened, and definitely you do have to take those things into consideration. It's not like you can just let yourself go and be like, whatever, life is hard and I'm just gonna, not do anything. But at the same time, those do play into the numbers. So yeah, and as I said, I was going to do my 3 days a week fasting until I got comfortably back into goal range. But last week I was scheduled to donate blood on Monday and I didn't want to reschedule it because I'd had to reschedule it multiple times. So I was like, that's fine. I'll just do a 5-2 week. And I was looking at my schedule coming up in the next couple of months. We have, some travel, like we're going to go camping for Thanksgiving. And then I am going out to California for a few days because my sister just had her first baby, which is so exciting. And I'm going to go help her for a few days. Christmas travel is still not certain. We might go see some family. But as everyone knows, travel is very limited right now and people are kind of going back into lockdown. So really not sure what's going to happen with that, but we're going to assess it and decide at the time. But all that to say, I do have some things coming up that will mean that I'm going to be altering my fasting schedule for those things. And that's just life, and I'm not going to worry about it. But the thing that I am going to do is go back to the things that I knew helped me and worked for me in the past, like going back to basics. So basically for me, that is just that, it was always my intention and my desire that during the week on my eating days, I was going to eat cleaner, less sugar, not low carb, but like lower carb and like definitely less processed foods type of a thing. So, and then I was thinking about it because I don't know if you've watched my other videos, my plan originally was for maintenance, which I'm technically-ish in maintenance, I guess, like still kind of trying to get back into that goal range, but very close. So my plan for maintenance was to switch off between 5-2 and 4-3. So 4 days or 3 days of fasting and 2 days of fasting, alternating weeks, more or less, just depending on what's going on. And so my plan for that was to do Tuesday, Thursday when I did a 5-2 week. But I'm realizing that that may not be the best idea because, you know, the weekend, Saturday and Sunday are the days that I tend to eat more, you know, more of the sugar, and, you know, it's when we go out sometimes, or, you know, it's the weekend. So I tend to eat more and not as great. So I really enjoyed having like Friday as a fast day before that, and then Monday after. So like I've realized that when I don't fast on a Friday or Monday, like those habits kind of spill over onto those 2 days. And I don't like that. And I think that it will affect me long term if I do it that way. So I think what I'm going to do for my 5-2 weeks is I'm going to fast Monday and Friday, and then I'll just have my eating days Tuesday through Thursday. And then maybe Wednesday I'll have like, and maybe even Wednesday and Thursday I'll have more of like an 8-hour window or something, just so that it doesn't get too crazy. And honestly, and I want to be like totally honest, all of this, yes, it does have something to do with the scale, but it's also how I feel. Like lately I have just not been feeling so great, and it made me realize that, you know, before I was feeling awesome, and you kind of, when you're feeling good for a long time, you forget what it feels like to feel bad. Just like in the beginning, I felt so amazing and I hadn't felt that way in so long. I forgot what it felt like to feel good. After fasting for, now I've been fasting for alternate day fasting for like 14 months. So I got to the point where I forgot what it felt like to feel bad. And lately I was reminded what that feels like with, you know, everything that's been going on in my body and stuff, and just kind of adjusting to this whole loosening up for maintenance. I started to just not feel great, and I don't want to feel like that. And so this is more about how I feel than what I weigh, but you know, it does all tie in together. And as far as like my weight, you know, I do want to get back down comfortably into that 170s range. All my clothes are pretty much still fitting. Like I'm currently wearing size 8 pants and a size medium shirt. I started out at like an extra large top and size 14 pants. I do have a couple pairs of size 8s that I bought that don't fit me. One of them was really tight when I bought it, so it never really fit comfortably, and now like I can't button it. So we're definitely like getting out of that. You know, that's a sign. And for me, like I'm good with the scale still. I know some people are very, very like anti-scale, and I totally get that. I think you do have to have something that keeps you accountable, because I know that for me, I can gain like 10 pounds and my clothes, the same clothes will still fit, especially the stretchy pants and stuff. And so I can kind of like convince myself that nothing is happening when things are. And that can get, that can be a slippery slope, you know, and I know what it feels like to step on the scale after a couple of months and be 25 pounds up, and it's not fun. So I don't want that to ever happen to me again. I don't think it would if I was, you know, at least focusing on my fasting and being consistent. But, you know, even to like be 10 pounds up or something, like that's not a pleasant surprise. So I like to monitor it. I like to keep track. You can definitely just do that with like a pair of pants. Like I said, I have that one pair of size 8s that like was super tight. There's like no stretch in them at all. So if you have a pair of pants like that where you can just try them on, and if they fit fine, then you know you're good. You know, you can do it that way for sure. A lot of people do. But just any way that you kind of keep yourself aware, I think is important. And also, so like just doing the lower sugar on the weekdays. I might throw in like a little bit of a quote egg fast. I've talked about this before. An egg fast is where you eat only eggs and fat for the whole day. I don't like doing it for a whole day, but like sometimes I'll just do it for like just dinner, where I just eat eggs and butter, and that actually seems to do something. Like it moves something in my body, like to let go of fat. So I throw that in every now and then when I feel like it, but I don't really enjoy it, so I don't do it a whole lot. But other than that, like I'm just gonna keep clean fasting, and I'm going to at least fast 2 days a week, and preferably 3 when I can. So I'm gonna be aware of that, and I think that as long as I stick to those things, I should be fine. I should get through the holidays fine. And I honestly expect that I will get back down into that goal range soon here. My goal is for that November, my average weigh-ins will be lower than my October weigh-ins. So I will let you guys know at the end of the month how that worked out. And just another quick update, if anybody's interested, I did have my my checkup at the kidney doctor, so the urologist. And everything was clear, so there was no sign of the kidney stones on the x-ray that I had to go get as of, that was 2 weeks ago that I took the x-ray. The thing is that x-rays are not as accurate when it comes to kidney stones, so a CT scan shows more, but that's more radiation, so they don't like to do it as often. And I have a follow-up appointment in 9 months where I have to go get a CT scan to just make sure that everything is, moving in the right direction and I'm not getting more kidney stones. Also, they analyzed my kidney stone, and it was a calcium oxalate stone, which means that it's caused by oxalate forming foods. The biggest culprit on that list is spinach. And there was a time that I was eating or drinking a lot of spinach shakes very regularly. Also eating a lot of nuts. I still eat nuts. I still break my fast with nuts. Nuts are a higher oxalate food, but not nearly as high as spinach. I am not going to change that. I'm just going to be aware of how much I'm eating. And I'm also, like, every day I've been adding, squeezing a lemon into my water. So I'm going to keep doing that on my eating days. And just trying to hydrate, which I did not do for a while. I was very poorly hydrating. And so, yeah, I know that some of the things that I was doing before that were contributing. And so I feel like as long as I'm, hydrating, putting the lemon in my water, and not going crazy on those high oxalate foods, like I'm not going to worry too much about like completely cutting them out of my diet, because they are good foods and they do seem to work well with me. I don't eat a lot of spinach anymore. So I am going to kind of avoid spinach, but I'm not going to never eat it. But that's where things stand with my kidney stone, in case you were curious about that. And let me know how you're doing, and what is your plan for maintenance, once you hit your goal. Are you going to continue to alternate day fast or move to a daily window? I know a lot of people really prefer to do a daily window. I thought that I would, but I think that I actually just really enjoy full day fasting. So we'll see. Like, I'm just gonna keep experimenting and rolling with it, seeing what works for the current week and day that I'm in, and try to be aware and accountable. So that's the plan going forward, going back to basics, going to enjoy the holidays. I really am. I'm going to not feel guilty when I do and choose to enjoy more indulgent foods, but I am going to not do that all the time, because honestly, it makes it less enjoyable and it makes you feel bad, and it's just not worth it. So that's what my plan is going forward and where my headspace is. Just wanted to update you guys, and I always enjoy hearing from you. I really do. You guys are awesome. and you leave really nice comments, and I appreciate that. So keep doing that. I appreciate it, and I'll see you in my next video. Thanks, bye.